If you were standing face to face with a great white shark, your brain would scream one thing: run. But what if the most dangerous predator you'll ever encounter doesn't have teeth you can see, or a roar you can hear? What if the creature capable of stopping your heart in less than 3 minutes is currently sitting on a leaf, looking like a piece of jewelry? We are taught that size equals power, but in the brutal laboratory of evolution, the most unfair weapons are actually microscopic. Think about it. Why would nature give a 2-inch frog enough poison to execute 10 grown men? Or design a snail so tactically advanced it can snipe a fish before the creature even feels the sting? Most people walk through life completely blind to the fact that they are surrounded by biological, nuclear options, creatures so efficient that size isn't just a disadvantage, it's their greatest deception. You might think you're at the top of the food chain, but by the time we reach the final hidden king on this list, you'll realize that we aren't the hunters, we're the targets. And the scariest part? You've likely invited the deadliest one into your home today without even knowing it. Are you ready to see what happens when nature decides to stop playing fair? Imagine you're walking through a tide pool in the Pacific. You spot a tiny, golf ball-sized octopus hiding under a rock. It's cute, it's shy, and it's arguably the most Instagrammable thing in the ocean. Most people's first instinct? To pick it up. But in the world of biology, cute is often a mask for catastrophic. Did you know that this little guy is carrying enough neurotoxin to end 26 adult lives in less than 30 minutes? But how can something so small be so devastating? Enter the blue-ringed octopus. Normally, it's a master of camouflage, blending into the sand like a ghost. But the second it feels threatened, it does something beautiful and terrifying. It flashes. Those neon blue rings aren't just for show, they are nature's hazard sign. It's a phenomenon called aposematism. But here's the scary part. If you've seen the rings, you're already in the kill zone. Why does it wait until the last second to warn you? It's called the silent killer for a reason. Its bite is so tiny and so painless that most victims don't even know they've been hit. There's no blood, no swelling, just a slight prick. But within minutes, the neurotoxin, called tetrodotoxin, begins its work. It doesn't attack your blood, it attacks your signals. It literally cuts the telephone lines between your brain and your muscles. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to be fully conscious, but unable to move a single finger? This is the nightmare stage. Within 10 minutes, your vision blurs. You lose your speech. Then, the paralysis hits your lungs. You are essentially locked in. You can hear everything, see everything, and feel everything, but you cannot breathe. And here is the kicker. There is no anti-venom, none. So, if the toxin is unbeatable, how do you actually survive an encounter with the blue-ringed king? The only way out? Total life support. If someone pumps air into your lungs manually for 24 hours, the toxin eventually washes out of your system, and you wake up as if nothing happened. It's the ultimate biological reboot. It makes you wonder, if nature can create a creature that can pause a human life with a single peck, what else is hiding in the shallows? Perhaps something even smaller, and even faster. If you've ever walked along a tropical beach, you've probably looked for the perfect souvenir, a shell to take home. But in the Indo-Pacific, picking up the wrong pretty rock is a death sentence. Meet the cone snail. It's slow, it's beautiful, and it's arguably the most efficient sniper on the planet. We just saw an octopus that can paralyze you, but what if I told you there's a snail that can take down a high-speed fish before it even knows it's being hunted? Most snails graze on algae, not this one. The cone snail is a calculated assassin. Hidden inside that ornate shell is a hollow, venom-soaked harpoon. When a fish swims by, the snail doesn't chase it. It snipes it. It fires its tooth at such high velocity that the fish is paralyzed in less than 1/10 of a second. It's a biological lightning bolt. But how does a slow-moving mollusk create a toxin that works faster than the speed of thought? Locals call the larger species the cigarette snail. Why? Because if you're stung by one, you have just enough time to smoke one last cigarette before your respiratory system shuts down for good. Its venom isn't just one poison, it's a toxin cocktail of hundreds of different toxins, all working together to ensure there is no escape. It's nature's most complex chemical weapon. But here's where the story takes a weird, almost spiritual turn. Why is the world's deadliest poison also the key to the world's greatest medicine? Inside this deadly cocktail is a chemical that is 1,000 times more powerful than morphine, but without the addiction. Scientists are now using the cone snail's killing code to develop life-saving treatments for chronic pain. It's the ultimate paradox, a shell that can end your life in minutes, or save it from a lifetime of suffering. It makes you wonder, is nature's most dangerous weapon actually a hidden gift? And if a snail can be a sniper, what happens when 50,000 tiny soldiers decide to move as one? We've seen the snipers and the ghosts of the ocean, but now we're moving to the land, where the danger isn't just about how hard one creature can strike, it's about how many of them are striking at once. Meet the Maricopa Harvester Ant. To most, it's just a desert pest. But to a toxicologist, this is the most venomous insect on the planet. One ant? That's a sting. But 50,000? That's an execution. Why does nature give its smallest soldiers the most painful chemical weapon in existence? What makes the Maricopa truly terrifying isn't just the venom, it's the hive mind. These ants don't act on emotion, they act on chemistry. When one ant stings you, it releases an alarm pheromone, a chemical SOS, that tells every other ant in a 100-foot radius exactly where to strike. You aren't just fighting an insect, you're fighting a single, multi-bodied superorganism. But how does a tiny ant carry a sting that's 20 times more toxic than a honeybee's? The venom is a precise cocktail designed to cause maximum pain in mammals. It's a pro-inflammatory nightmare that sends your nervous system into a state of total panic. If you stumble into a nest, you aren't just bitten, you are tagged. And once that chemical signal goes out, the hive mind takes over. It's a relentless, coordinated assault that doesn't stop until the threat, or the victim, is gone. Is it possible for a creature this small to have a collective intelligence that rivals our own? In the world of the harvester ant, the individual is nothing. The colony is everything. It's a chilling reminder that when we stand alone, we're vulnerable. But when we move in perfect vibrational alignment, we are unstoppable. But what happens when nature stops trying to overwhelm you with numbers and starts trying to kill you with a single silent touch? To find that answer, we have to go deep into the rainforest to find the golden ghost. Deep in the humid rainforests of Colombia, there is a creature that defies every rule of survival. It doesn't hide, it doesn't camouflage, and it certainly isn't afraid of you. This is the golden poison frog. It's no bigger than a paperclip, and it's arguably the most beautiful thing you'll ever see in the wild. But in nature, the brighter the colors, the darker the secret. Did you know that simply touching the back of this tiny frog is enough to stop a human heart in seconds? But why would a creature need enough poison to kill 10 grown men? It's called batrachotoxin, and it is nature's ultimate stop button. Most venoms require a bite or a sting to enter your bloodstream, but this frog is different. Its poison is exogenous. It lives right on the surface of its skin. This toxin doesn't just make you sick, it locks your voltage-gated sodium channels in the open position. Your muscles, including your heart, receive a permanent signal to contract, and they never let go. It's a silent, motionless end. But where does a 2-inch frog get the power of a god? Here is the mystery that baffled scientists for decades. If you hatch these frogs in a lab, they are completely harmless. They lose their death touch entirely. Why? Because their power isn't internal, it's environmental. They harvest their poison from the specific beetles they eat in the wild. They are a literal vibrational reflection of their surroundings. They take the energy of the forest and condense it into a weapon. If a frog can transform its diet into a superpower, what are we unknowingly absorbing from our own environments? The golden poison frog is the ultimate master of passive power. It doesn't have to fight, it just has to be. It is so toxic that even the most desperate predators know that one taste means the end of the line. It is a golden shield in a world of teeth and claws. But as we leave the pristine rainforest and head into our own cities, we find a killer that isn't bright, isn't rare, and has likely already been in your house today. Are you ready to meet the most successful hunter in human history? We've traveled the oceans and the rainforest to find the world's deadliest bioweapons. But the hidden king of killers isn't a pulsing octopus or a golden frog. It's likely in your house right now. It doesn't have a death touch, and it doesn't fire harpoons. It's the mosquito. Weighing less than a grain of sugar, this tiny fly is responsible for more human deaths than every war, every natural disaster, and every other predator on this list combined. How did a creature so fragile become the greatest hunter in history? The mosquito isn't just a parasite, it's a delivery system. It is the ultimate Trojan horse of the natural world. While it drinks your blood, it leaves behind a gift: malaria, yellow fever, Zika, and dengue. It has shaped the rise and fall of empires, altered the course of world wars, and rewritten our very DNA. It doesn't kill with power, it kills with sabotage. It uses our own biological systems against us. But have you ever wondered why, out of billions of people, they always seem to find you? You aren't just a meal to them, you're a thermal beacon. They use specialized sensors to track the CO2 you exhale from 100 feet away. They see the heat radiating from your skin and smell the specific chemical signature of your blood type. It's a level of sensory alignment that we can barely imagine. They are perfectly tuned to the frequency of human life. But in our quest to survive, are we about to commit the ultimate ecological sin? From the forbidden Pop-Tart of the sea to the hidden king of the air, nature proves one thing: power has nothing to do with size. It's about precision, chemistry, and alignment with the environment. We spend our lives fearing the big monsters, but it's the tiny ones that truly run the world. So the next time you see something small and beautiful, or small and annoying, ask yourself, is it a gift, or is it a warning? And if these creatures can master their environment so perfectly, what's stopping you from mastering yours? Nature has a funny way of hiding its most devastating secrets in the smallest packages. Whether it's a forbidden shell on a beach or a silent flyer in your bedroom, size is never a measure of power. It's a measure of efficiency. We hope this journey into the world's tiniest killers has changed the way you look at the life buzzing all around you. If you found these biological superpowers as mind-blowing as we did, make sure to smash that like button and share this video with that one friend who's always picking up random things in nature. You might just save their life. And if you want to keep unlocking the secret code of the natural world, hit that subscribe button and join our community at Wild Fact Lab. Your support is what keeps these deep dives going. Thank you so much for watching The Tiny Killers. But don't go too far, this is only the beginning. This was week 1 of our 4-week Unfair Advantage series. Next week, we're shifting our focus from deadly chemistry to the hidden senses. We'll be exploring animals that can actually see the unseen and feel your heartbeat from a mile away. You won't want to miss how these creatures navigate a world we can't even perceive. What should we cover in the weeks to come? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. Stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.